Welcome everybody to the Elitists. I am your co-host, Esoteric, with Sober Enough. Real quick, just wanted to thank the guys for filling in last week. Dom Silva and Odd Guy, thank you guys both. I enjoyed listening to the show in a drunken state in Ocean City, Maryland. And no, I had nothing to do with the girl they found buried in the beach one day after I left. So that was not me. I don't know what the deal with that was, but that was a thing. My old lady, sober, she goes, so they just found a girl buried in the sand, Ocean City, after you just left. I was like, I had nothing to do with that. So there is that, which I
There's a
didn't,
good trust
by the way.
factor.
Yeah.
Hey,
Um, obviously, we get the cards rolling if anybody wants to join in and play some cards. Sober, how you doing this week?
doing good. Kind of living on a buzz. Fucking getting a serious win to close out the season. That's always
I
good.
was looking forward to a Chilean Raw Doggers write-up, and we got one, and it was funny, and it was good to see. Of course, at the expense of Yam, too, which is double bonus.
Yeah, the most fucked up thing though is man, they fucking killed us the first game. It was 11-2, and our running joke in the
That's a
party was
drumming.
yeah, our running joke in the party was saying that we were lulling them into a false sense of security and just letting them shellac us bad to come back and win.
Yeah, good lord. Who was doing the scoring in that first game? 11-2?
Oh
Jesus.
fuck! It was a little bit of
Was it
everybody.
Dom?
I think Dom got involved. Yam got involved. Saints was probably. This is gonna sound weird, but so they had to use a waiver. First game, which had Saint playing center, and quite honestly, he was probably their best offensive player in that whole series. Um,
Dude, the
was
Church of Yams waivers have been on point this year.
Yeah, and then they needed the third game. The third game was interesting. Dom had to play net.
Ooh.
Flanny had a little we'll just say a family issue, and he bounced after the second game. So it was Dom and net, and they picked up another waiver. They had Yeti playing. So last game they had two waivers and Dom playing net. So it was kind of a mismatch. But they actually
And
played
you won
really
it.
well. Yeah, we won. But
Oh,
they
no,
played
yeah, you
tight.
guys won it. I got you.
Yeah, we won the last two. With
You
Bob
can't hate
being
that.
fucking drunk. Oh my god. You think I get drunk and stumble on my words and shit? Holy fuck. Bob was
You do, but
he was fucking gone. He like he played center the first game and he'd tell us he was gonna win it straight back and he would tie up the person or he'd say tie up and he'd do like a slow win to the left or and it was like completely opposite what he was calling out.
well, man, congrats to the Raw Doggers, everybody, for getting a win. When you go through a season like that, man, that's gonna feel really. Guy like Edge, who's been on that team from the start, and Gunny, anyone else, I don't know. He's traded a lot of turnover on that team, but I know those two guys in particular. That must have felt good.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in a funner party in quite some time. It there was absolutely no emo on that team at all. It was quite fun to see, quite fun to play on. Even when we were getting shellacked the first game, I don't think we stopped laughing that whole game.
Oh, that's all you can do in a game like that. So,
Yeah, true.
uh, we got some serious tight standings here. Like, I don't usually do this. I don't usually look at the site when we do this show, but you're talking from. Look at this. So from really all the way to the top, Yager Bombs have 44 points. Okay, they're the top seed right now. Sales are right behind them with 42. Wolfpack 40. Winner is coming 38. Every one of those teams is separated by two. Keep going down the line. Boys, boys, boys. 36. That's crazy. And now you're the race for the last for the eighth seed here. You get the ODS, the old dad specials, 32. Vanilla Nut Taps, 31. Strictly Business, 27. And Just Tap It In and Dead Presidents both have 27. Unfortunately for the Presidents, though, they're going to need some help because they have games at hand to try and get that last slot. having said that, uh,
Do we?
there's going to be a team that misses here, man. And who the hell is it going to be?
I
There's going to be
just
two actually out of all those teams I read that miss.
fuck. You know, I would have to say that as the Presidents would be one, just because, like you said, with the games in hand stuff. Um, and then God, it flip a quarter, flip a coin, flip any
Yeah,
fucking coin you want. That's I mean, what's the games in hands for the other teams that have left?
none. They're
Oh,
all even. So you get the old dad specials, my
mm,
team, Nut Taps, Strictly Business, and Just Tap It In. They all have 27 games played.
for one spot,
And for
really,
one spot, yep. And you're talking ODS has 32 points. I have Nut Taps have 31, and then it drops. There's a 4 point cushion between the Nut Taps, Strictly Business, and Tap It In. Um, so the Nut Taps have a 4 point lead. ODS has a 5 point lead on those other two teams. So
does any team play the team that's
yes,
there we go.
yes, they do. I can speak for myself. The Nut Taps have the old dad specials as the last series of the season, so that could be huge
That could be
playoff
make it, yeah,
implications.
make it
You
even
have
it
to assume,
lose it.
yeah, you have to assume the dead presidents are out at that point, and no offense to those guys, but they have one series left. Again, they'd have to sweep it. Not only would they have to sweep it, but now they need Just Tap It In, Strictly Business, Nut Taps, and ODS to lose.
Hmm.
And that's not happening, especially when teams are beating up on each other. So they're
Right.
not going to get the help they need, I don't think, to make it. Even if they sweep, and I don't know who their last series is against. I could check that real quick, but whatever it is, they'd have to sweep it. I'm going to go to the schedule while we wait. I don't, I
Is
don't
that
see it happening.
is
What do you think there?
I think that might be is that the one that has Church of the Yam left due to a reschedule.
Mm,
If that's the
give
case,
me
you
a
never
second.
know because Yam might throw out some wicked ass fucking okay we're all gonna take enforcers or some weird shit
Mm. Sorry for all the dead air.
Oh, no worries.
I swear I just saw Han shot first. I don't know how I saw that. It loaded correctly though, so I have no clue why. Um, Head presidents. It looks like they have. Yeah. Just tap it in. It
Ooh,
looks like their last series of the year.
there's
And
another
dude,
one with playoff fucking.
they've been hot too. That's the thing. Tap It In has been hot. They've been winning most. I keep seeing the stupid Adam Sandler fucking shit on the front page, so I know they're winning series. Um, that's gonna be tough, man. Um, Rev McGilla, Jofus, they got work to do, but it's not doable. You can shut down Swagger, and Dicko's been giving them strong D back there. Who knows?
And I wonder if Fade's gonna be around for it. Because
If what
like
now?
if Fade's gonna be around because when I played that team, Fade wasn't there. Well, actually, it was.
Hmm.
They actually had to play because somebody's internet connection was fucked up or some shit.
Hmm. Okay. Well, at any rate, I want to talk about. I just called. See, this is why I don't play this fucking game because I'm not paying attention. Anyways, um, look, we're going over these standings, man. The playoffs is we're talking 6 games away for all intents and purposes. There are a couple teams who only have 3 left. Of the top teams, I don't know who's a top team. They're all separated by 2 points. I guess are they all top teams? Is seriously one through 5? Are they all top teams?
Yeah,
Because at
we
one
keep
point,
going.
at one point or another, they all have been sober.
Yeah, we keep going back to that parody talk. That well, there you have it. It's in a nutshell, 1 through 5. I mean,
And
out
maybe
of
this is just, yeah, 36 to 44. That's your point total, 1 through 5.
well,
And of those 5 teams, I'm just gonna throw it out there. the ones I've seen with now, I haven't seen the Black Sails yet. We have not played them yet. We're about to next week. Um, but of those teams, I used to think boys was the best team. I'm
Yeah,
moving on, man. It was the Wolf Pack
what's
for
going
me.
on there?
With
What,
my eyes, huh?
what's going on with the boys? Daly boasted his
Well,
nugget
dude,
last night on him, and next thing you know, they go out
we'll
and lose.
we'll get to the boys, and I did not get to see Throwdown yet. I haven't watched it, so I
Mm.
apologize if we're covering shit that they already covered. I have no idea. I didn't get to see it. I will watch later. However, dude, Wolfpack sober. We just got through playing them.
Mm.
Boy, are they are fucking good in every aspect. I guess if you had to knock on them, just looking at the standings, they give up a shit ton of goals, but they didn't against us. They played really well defensively, offensively. They're really tough to contain. You got Clancy was in the circle, I believe, in the face-off dot. He kills it there. Ozzy is shifty as
Right winger,
shit.
right?
Yeah, you spend all game chasing those two around, and then AC was their like almost like their rock, almost like their third guy that he gave them a lot of different options. He played a super defensive game, and it won them the series. With Drug back there doing his thing like he always does. They were the toughest team I think we've played, and I think my team agreed on it too. They were like, "Man, that's a really good team. That's going to be a tough one to beat come playoffs." I think they're my favorites. I think they're my favorites to win it all as of right now. What are you thinking about that? Have you played them?
I've played them on two different teams. Um,
Hmm.
that was the series that I won when we played, or when I was on Dank's team. Then I got traded after that. Ozzy and Clancy, they got some really, really sick chemistry together. And fuck off, Dom, with that fucking hashtag chem bullshit. It just is what it is. They play together a lot, you know. And AC, he
Yeah.
doesn't have to do. To be honest, he doesn't have to do much. He can stand there and they'll find him if he's open, or they'll play their
Yep.
1-2 game. And then when you got Drug playing stay at home D for a team like that, it's
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
hard to
actually
get any.
shocked with the goals against, unless it's wrong. I did not expect they have 100 goals against. I want to say that's second or well, the bottom teams, have like 104, 105, 106. Church EM 112, and God, we're not even going to bring up the Raw Doggers. But as far as top teams go, they've definitely allowed the most goals, which shocks me.
Well, okay,
I
so
don't.
one game, for instance, we played against them on Raw Doggers, and they completely effed with their lineup. They put Drug in net. They had Toms playing D. They had Shock playing center. Like it was a completely messed up lineup. They're running enforcers, and we
Yeah,
wound
I don't.
up beating them bad, right? We scored a lot of freaking goals. Okay, and like on Dank's team too, there was some situation where somebody wasn't in the correct position or something, and once again we scored a lot of goals. Well, when they win, they seem to be tight games. They don't seem to be blowing anybody out. Uh, to say. So it's like when they lose big, and when they win close. That's the best way to say it.
Mm. I mean, they score goals. They got 104 in the season. I think that's good for at least top three, right? Yeah, it is. No, top four. 104 with just Tap It In. Tap It In scores a lot of goals too. Um, but geez, man, that team to me with Shock on D and Drug on D. By the way, to go back to the Drug and net thing, if I see him in net one more fucking time, I swear to God, I don't get it. Maybe they were just fucking around. I get it,
Yeah,
Chilean Raw
that's
Doggers,
yeah,
whatever, dude.
that's
I'm
that's
just
what it
sick of
was.
seeing that man in the nets. No offense, Drug. I know you probably listen to the shows, whatever. I'm just sick of it. The dude's like a grade A plus fucking defenseman, and then you're like, oh, you know what we'll do? Fuck, we'll throw him in net. Why? Anyway, whatever. It was just one game, and it's just not going to hurt their season in any way. But maybe they were just fucking around. Maybe they had to out of necessity. I don't know. But that's my team. That's who I have winning it right now, and I flip flopped. I used to have boys, boys, boys winning it, and let's get to that. What's going on over there in
Great lead in.
on Daly Island?
Well,
What's going
I'm
on?
curious. I don't know for sure or not, but when they played us, which I think was their series prior to this last one, they had Daly playing D with Odd like always. Um,
Hmm.
After we won the first game, they moved Daly up to right wing.
Hmm.
I don't know if he's staying there. I don't know if the last series he stayed there the whole series or not. Um, they're a different team with him playing right wing than playing D. Um,
I will s- I will agree with you, and I'll take it one step further. They're a different team when he's more involved,
right.
and the
Yeah.
problem is when he's on D and his team's not scoring, he tries way too much to be the hero instead of letting his talented forwards do the job. I've said that before, and I
Yep.
know it's frustrating when you're not scoring goals. Dude, we have the lowest, my team has the lowest goals scored in the league, but we almost have the lowest goals against in the league too. So I get it. Like it's frustrating when you're not scoring. Trust me, we're going through that right now. But if I had advice for Daly, like he needs advice from me. But if I did have advice from him, it would just be just do your thing. Don't do the thing where you try to dangle dick your way through everything, and now all of a sudden odd guy's on a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1. That's how they're losing games. Not exclusively, but it's not helping.
Right.
And they moved him
Right.
up to forward in your series because they're like, "Fuck, we lost a game to the Raw Dogs."
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Uh, and they panicked, but it worked because when he's more involved in the right scenario, there you
Yep.
have it. He can do his thing and dangle on offense and so forth and so on.
Less reliability
I,
when you have one a forward doing it than a D man doing it. You know.
yeah, no doubt. Um, what did you played him
Hmm.
recently? I mean, so you win the game,
Yep.
the
We
first
went.
game.
Yep. And then they made that change, and literally it was kind of the Daily Show. Daly got the puck, he carried it in, and they I don't think they beat us that bad the last two games.
Hmm.
But it wasn't. How do you say it? It sounds bad. I don't want to throw my team under the bus because it wasn't anything about that, but they didn't seem like they would be able to hang with the bigger teams. Like if their offense was clicking, Drift wasn't. If Drift was clicking and the D was clicking, the offense wasn't clicking. It was that catchphrase. So if my biggest thing, anytime you play against Drift, if you could jump on him early, you get a lot of shots on him early, force him to make moves, make plays. Um, you'll have a tendency to do better because once he gets frustrated playing net, he does some kind of weird, stupid shit sometimes. Comes out of net, does some weird, random shit. Um, but that'd be my suggestion to anybody playing him going forward. It doesn't matter where your shots are coming from. Put shots on. Doesn't matter if you even think you have a remote chance of scoring. Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot it. Shoot
So funny you bring that up. Black
it.
Sails.
Yep.
Black Sails. This is another top team I want to talk about.
Yeah.
They give up a lot of fucking goals. They're the opposite of the Vanilla Nut Taps. Vanilla Nut Taps can't score, but you can't score on them either. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Black Sails score 10 goals and give up 8. So that's how they're winning games. Is that a good recipe for that team? I mean, look, they're number 2 right now. The way I have it, they may finish 1. Uh, they could, it's funny. They could finish anywhere from 1 to 5 at this point.
No,
1 to 4.
do
That's how
they
close
give
it
up?
is.
Do they give up a lot of even strength goals, or is it more power play kind of stuff?
I haven't looked into it. Um, and I will. Clearly, I'm being a degenerate and I'm outside smoking during my
Uh,
own show.
hey, I just joined
So
you.
there's that. If you can hear the crickets. Um, but
But I was gonna
I
say
heard from
with
some of the sales guys,
mm,
and they say the same thing. It was like, man, we give up a shit ton of goals, and they want to tidy that up. They have a good decor, with Joe, who will be joining us shortly on the
ooh,
show.
go
Um,
Joe.
Yeah, man. Joe's on his way shortly. I'll just send him the invite. I'm sure he'll be here. He's not the type to disappoint people, so I'm sure he's gonna show up.
So how do we do a
Um,
shout out when he's on the show? Like, what the fuck is
he's never getting a shout out again until he gets in here.
that?
Never again. He doesn't deserve it. His team gives up the most goals. I'm
Hey,
all set.
since you've been gone, you see the new one? Now, fucking Dave Cortez off of Dank's team is getting shoutouts.
Why is
When
he
did
getting
that?
shout outs?
I have no idea. When did that begin to be a thing? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear anyone authorize it. Like it was
Yeah,
an official thing.
yeah.
You know.
Daly's running it. Everybody on the Throwdown ran it last night. And they're
Well,
running it
Cortez,
in the chat
if you
box.
listen, if you listen, Cortez, I can't shout you out till I know it's official. Sorry, man. But you know what? If Joe doesn't get in here soon, you might be the new guy. You know, I might shout you out from now on.
Dude, this poker game, man. Nobody's fucking in here. What the hell?
Everybody's playing fucking the demo, whatever you call
Oh,
it, the
fucking
beta.
beta.
Literally, I'm
Oh,
looking right
hey,
now. Everyone's in there,
I do
except
have
of
to
course,
say,
fucking. Yeah, go ahead.
I do have to say during that Yambag series, it was kind of funny. Yam laid me out a couple 3 times, and literally, I would skate right towards him. Yeah, I was trying to
Hmm.
do a deke from the beta. That doesn't work so hot. in
Yeah.
in that game. So shout out to Yam for laying me out like that. But that was the reason that I kept skating right into you.
Hmm. Hold on. Let's get Joe on the show.
All right.
I invited him, so I'm sure he'll be here any minute.
That son of a bitch.
So, all right. Back to business. Speaking of business, strictly business. We just got done with a series with them. That team is vastly improved. Tom got a lot of shit for the way he constructed that team or deconstructed that team 35,000 different times. But I'll tell you, we just got done playing them. We did win the series, but it was not easy by any means. No game was easy. At no point did we feel like we were going to win any of the games. Um, so that's a team I think is gonna. I think they're gonna sneak in. But the thing is to sneak in, they have to beat out Tap It In, who's hot as shit right now,
Mm.
and ODS and the Nut Taps as well. But I think they somehow weasel in. I don't know how they do it. Ability, how do they do it?
I'll be honest with you. I'm just jumping in here. How do who do what?
just answer that question.
Just answer it, man. You don't need details. This is the
All
elitist,
right,
dude. You
well,
just come
I
out here
can
with
tell
your
you
shit ass opinion and tell us. That's all it
if
is.
I had to guess how they're going to do it, it's going to be structured around solid team defense. The offense is going to have to step it up. No matter how premium they feel they're playing, it's going to have to be better than it has been. And I'm telling you right now, the one deciding factor of all games is the goalie. That's the key position on the ice. So if they
Is
can
this the
handle all
most
those
generic
aspects,
answer you've ever heard
Yeah,
in your life?
coming from a goalie. Oh, fine. Might as
Awesome.
well.
Awesome. Just steps right in and gives a real answer too. I love
so
it. We were talking about
so
strictly business, man. Yes.
sorry. You lost that series, right?
No, we won that series.
oh,
Oh, you won that series?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you lost it. My bad. See how much I'm paying attention now that I'm out. But
Uh, my team has
so
been
it's
all over me too, man, because I didn't do the write up yet. Sorry.
so winning that series. I got a question to pose to you.
Mm.
So you would was it a tight series? Was it pretty
Yes.
okay? So after winning a tight series, I need to know how jacked off are you?
How jacked off am I?
Yeah, how jacked off are
I've been married 11 years. What do you think?
you? So, anyways,
that,
that
folks,
was the
is the truest answer ever given on any one of these shows ever.
Yeah.
that was the question
Yeah.
posed by Odd to Sabby. So he has Sabby. So being traded to Tom X team, or whatever the fuck it was. How jacked off are you? We all
Oh
just kind
my
of sat there.
god.
We're like, did you mean jacked up? He goes, no, jacked off. How Just wondering how jacked off he is. And I go, well, after hearing that question, I'm about three-quarter chub right now, so I got to rub and tug it harder or something to get this thing to work.
Oh
Jesus,
my
what the
God.
fuck is going on? But yeah, that was
We
the
just
running laughing question that was posed for our party, and it was like nonstop, the whole series against Yam. It was just back and forth. Oh, I'm jacked off, fucking.
Of course, it's Odd Guy too. Of course.
Right?
Who else would it be? Nobody else would say that. Um, so as you guys know, we got Ability in here now. Okay, he has joined the panel. We have another, a sober leadist first, a first rookie of the year, a rookie in your heart, really, is Mac North has joined the show. Mac, you may make your presence known if you'd
How's
like.
going on, everybody? The 239 community. What's up, Ability? What's up, Sober?
Whoop, whoop.
Mac, what's up, buddy? All-star goaltender. I have to apologize to you yesterday for saying that you lost a couple games. That was completely untrue. My heartfelt apology to you, good sir.
Completely accepted.
Hold on, let me look at this real quick. I gotta take a look.
Well, since
And
you're
again, I'm
looking at
cheating
shit,
because the elitists don't do this typically, man. But we didn't really have much of a fucking show plan tonight because we wing everything anyways, as you all probably know. But we really wung everything today. I mean, usually at least we have like a guest ready or something. We did nothing, but that
or
just proves our worth. I
pre-discussion.
mean, we just come out here and rock it anyways. Yeah, anything.
I,
We just nothing. But Mac North, undefeated as a goaltender with a save percentage of 750 and a goals against of 3.5 as a guy who has never played goal. Tell me
Yeah.
about it, Mac. How do you? I mean,
It,
is your draft stock just going up even further? Because you're technically the third
well,
overall pick in 239 already.
listen. I mean, those nights were a little bit stressful. I got to be honest. We had been playing for I don't even know an hour and a half, and maybe we had one period in. So it was kind of like no one wanted to do it. It's like I'll jump in and take the bullet, fully expecting to give up 10 plus goals,
Oh yeah,
and it kind of worked out. I don't know. It is what it is. So
worked. And these were good teams you were beating. Who were your two wins against? One was against. You're gonna have to help me because I don't
uh,
remember.
let's see. Oh,
Oh,
geez,
one
Swagger
was
was one of
against
them.
me. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And then
So
wasn't the
good.
other one? Wasn't the other one Winter is Coming? Wasn't it against them?
Yes. Yeah, it was. Winter is coming.
Yeah.
And I mean, you heard it here first, but they are falling. They're falling like I said they would, man. I didn't think they would finish high, um, as the number one seed, and especially, I thought that before, but then he made the trade for Figo, and I knew they were gonna fall. And that's no offense to. It's just that he had Sabby, who's there every day, a great player, and he removed him from his lineup for Figo, and Figo does not get to play really till the playoffs. So now everything's jacked up. You got Pale going up front, or maybe Sea-Doo for a couple. I don't know, but their whole lineup just kind of got turned upside down. It's gonna work out fine for them because they're gonna have Figo for the playoffs, but that's what it did. It's gonna affect their seeding, and I'm sure they're fine with that. They can beat anybody with that with Figo and Brick in there. So, but they are falling.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, my rookie year, it's been kind of interesting. I mean, getting traded early myself, and then having basically a new lineup every series. Um, but the one thing I will say with the Figo for Savvy trade is, Savvy's really up for getting practice games in and kind of getting together as a group. So, that goes a long way. We really didn't have that the first couple weeks. We would jump on, play our games, and literally nobody would get back on. I mean, Figo was busy, or Tommy's internet was, third world
Ugh.
country-ish.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, DC, Sabby and I have gone on a few times, played some practice games, and I have a history with DC, obviously, so
Yep.
from
Yep.
XBS days. So that's kind of nice. So, but
Boy, he's a pain in the balls to play against. This is not the DC I remember. I gotta be honest, dude. Like, the DC I remember used to be decent. This DC he's a pain in the fucking ass. He's that pain in the ass defensive center.
The
It's
fly that just won't go
I
away.
agree 100%. He's been playing
yeah.
fantastic this season, and I play with him elsewhere, and he has also just been terrorizing people on the ice.
And again, you're never going to see him at the top of the leaderboard in points. It's not him. It's never going to be him. But Jesus Christ, man, you need a guy like him in your lineup if you're going to be successful. And I heard, like, this was maybe like 1 or 2 seasons ago here that he was way in a different, like a completely different player, and I was like, really? I gotta see it, I guess. And then like we played him in a series, I think in season 3, and he fucking swept us. I was like, oh, all right, well, there is that. So
And,
yeah,
and I think the
he
thing,
is.
I think one of the things with DC is, um, centering a line, you've got to be good in the dot. I mean, you got to, get above 50% in the face-offs on a consistent basis. But the thing that's nice about him is he really kind of adapts his style to who's on each side of him. So, I think Sabby and I both, I think, like the puck on our stick a lot. And I think he realizes that. He gets us the puck in good spots. If we're, doing things that are out of position, he's good about, hey, I'll go high slot, someone go low. So that kind of like leadership type stuff, I think, goes a long way.
Yeah, no doubt. And he's the type of, he's completely unselfish too. He's always been unselfish, but like you say, he's now on a line with you and Sabby, two guys who like to do it. You guys like to do the job. He has no problem with dishing the puck off and just backing off the play and just letting you do your thing and coming in when necessary. So knowing what you are and what you have, he knows, man.
In future shows, if you could not refer to Savvy and I as liking to do it, I would appreciate that. But we'll move on.
I didn't know you guys were a thing. I mean,
not that there's anything wrong with that.
I mean, I just said
saying,
practice games.
yeah.
I didn't say anything else.
Well, you are a married man, so I think.
Yes.
Practice games are rough.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Wow, that's a first time for everything. Ability not touching a pole. Wow.
You gotta get one of those for your throwdown pitcher there. You gotta get you on a pole. You gotta put a pole up right in front of your screen. Have some hot ass chick in a video in the background while you're on a pole.
Well, I actually can disperse a little information to the Elitist show here. This hasn't been announced yet, and I think you guys you might like it. So I issued
like
a
to break
challenge
news.
to X Daily. This was a challenge I didn't think he was going to accept, and ultimately he said, you know what, let's give it a go. And the challenge is this. I said, look, man, I know you've been working out. I've taken a couple of months off from the gym. So I say for the season 5, what we should do is take before pictures at the start of the season and after pictures. And we'll let the league decide who they feel has made a bigger improvement during the season 5. And the loser has to recreate the George Costanza sofa picture.
Oh my god.
For the league. And then finish every Thursday throwdown by telling the other person so and so is the sexiest man alive.
I have so many questions surrounding this now. The very first being to you, this is not a good bet for you. I'm just throwing it out there. I've seen you. You look like you weigh 140 pounds.
About
Am I
160.
close? Okay. Soaking wet. Okay. And Dale's has, like, it's probably going to be a lot easier for him to transform himself than it is you. Don't you think? Like,
maybe.
What are you going to transform into? Skeletor? What the fuck are you going to do?
Here's the deal. I'm like a mini rock, okay? And I'm gonna pump this out. We're gonna get it going. I'm gonna do what I can to get a little mass on these bones of mine. Daily, on the other hand, I don't.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this was who can make the bigger improvement, not lose the most weight.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. He's got to put in some work, and we're both pretty competitive.
Yes.
To say the least.
I agree. And he looks fantastic, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
he does.
killing it.
That was my argument to him because he didn't want to take this bet at first, but I talked him into it. I just want to see him on the sofa.
Hey, Billy, on that note, take another shot of Patron.
Oh, dude, I've been drinking some beer. We're good.
Well, so okay, that's my first question. So you think you can outperform him
Huh.
there. It's not a weight loss contest. This is a, who looks better with their shirt off contest. Is that what we're getting at? Like,
Hey
Nah,
now.
just who makes the bigger improvement? Who does the
just
league
bigger
feel makes
improvement. Okay.
or how about this? This was really the bet, although since he agreed to it, I can say it now because this was how I set it up. Who do you think the league's going to vote for to reenact the George Costanza photo?
Oh, I would definitely Daly. I want
Exactly.
him. I need him to lose. Obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel since we're letting the league vote on it, I have a really good chance and nothing to worry about.
Yeah. You're probably you're probably right. Popularity contests, you're probably gonna win it, man. So, and even if you don't win the popularity contest, you're gonna win the fact that everyone wants to see Daly in his underwear, posing.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm shooting
that's what they
for.
want to see.
So
Yeah.
I don't know how happy he's going to be that I disperse this information, but he did agree to it. So it's a thing now.
Oh, you know him, man. He'll roll with anything. He's good like that. So I don't think that'll be an issue. Let's see. Let's flip it to Mac. Mac,
Yes.
hey, you making the playoffs?
I'm a positive thinker. I think we are. It's not going to be easy. We have the last two series. I think we've won the first game of the series, and then gone on to lose the second two games.
Yep.
For as long as we can get it together, I think we're good. Tomahawk's internet finally coming around makes a big difference. Of course, the big signing of Dave the Fat Lard will hopefully pay off. Might be the best gamer tag in 239 community right there.
I think it is. I said that he ended up on my team briefly. Maybe was it last season? Yeah, last season when I was on Justice League, he was picked up in a trade right before I was traded. Don't raise me sober. That's dumb. I'll just call it.
But one thing I will say is, without giving too much scouting information away, we will be short-handed the last two series.
Ooh.
Short-handed meaning who's missing?
He doesn't want to give it
there's a
out.
potential.
Break the
There's a potential that DC will not be available.
That's a huge blow.
Oh
But
yeah, I saw him.
he
I
is,
saw him posting something about tethering his Xbox to his cell phone.
Yeah, he's gonna try. He's gonna be gone for both series, but he is trying. He's feeling at least confident he's gonna be able to make the boys series, which means we'd be without him for. Is it the EM series? I think is our last one.
Yeah, if you need him for one, man, I don't know. I don't know which way to go with that, because on one hand, even with DC in there, some might say, I'm not saying this, I'm just saying some might say, boys take you guys anyways, even with or without DC. But Church of Yam, you need to sweep that. You have to sweep that series, period. So maybe that is the one to make sure he gets in.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. I mean, we'll hold out hope that he's going to be able to make it work. But we'll have to see. So I'm confident with even if he can't make it, I think we'll find a way.
I mean, I'm just looking at it here again. 27 points. You right now, you guys hold the final spot. You have the tiebreaker. You have one more regulation win than tap it in. You guys give up about the same amount of goals. I mean, literally within one goal. They almost look like carbon copies of each other. You guys and tap it in. Just tap it in had a slow start. They've been picking it up as of late. Like I said, every time I log onto the site, I see Adam Sandler's stupid face. So they must be winning their series, And aside from all that, man, Vanilla Nut Taps need to start scoring goals, because that series against you guys that we did win, if Murph did not take over, he took over that third period. He was just like possessed. Just give him the puck, and he was dancing around everybody. And if he didn't do that, I am not sure we would have won that series. Just and that's the risk we ran with building the lineup the way we did, all defense. Yeah, we have a great defensive core, and our goalie's fantastic and all that. But when you can't score on a consistent basis, it makes for tight series, and it's the reason why. And instead of being up with Winter is Coming and Wolfpack, that you're closer to not making it. You know what I'm saying? I think the Nut Taps are going to make it anyways. I don't see an issue there. They got a 4-point lead. They have a couple tough series at the end, but they win their games. You know, um, they're not. They were swept once all year, and even the series they lose, they're pulling points. So I would bet on the
I'm gonna put
boys
that
to get
on
it
you,
done.
boy. You're the captain.
You're
You
gonna put it
gotta
on
step
me?
that shit up. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
wow.
You
I
gotta
won't
put
argue
the
with
puck in
that.
it. Step
But
it up.
I won't argue with that, man. It's definitely got to happen. But we have Black Sails and we have the ODS. So no freebies for us on the way out the door. You know, we got to make it happen, and we're going to. You should see Murph in there, man. He's all pumped up. He's ready to go. So
And then he probably won't show for your next series, but
look, okay, he missed one series. Fuck, give the guy a break. He missed one series to get fucking drunk with his boys. It happens. You know, some people take it a little more seriously than others. That's what I was trying to tell my team. We're like, fuck, man, he's missing. I'm like, yeah, look, man, some people value like actual friendships and fun and debauchery over a 10 o'clock video game, and you have to deal with it. You know,
And
it's
we don't
not
want those
rule
people in this
oneable. It's
league.
not anything like that. It's it's fucking life, and that's what it is. He missed a series against the Argobombs, and that's the way it goes. Ability.
Yes, sir.
I want you to tell me how your team's going to make the playoffs.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just going to be, man, unfortunately, we're in a position where we have to find a way to get our first sweep of the season, is what it is. And it's got to be against
Mm-hmm.
the dead presidents. And I'm not, my team is confident about that. I'm not as confident as my team about that because we struggle somewhat against good defense. And I feel that the dead presidents have a good defense. So I'm gonna be putting a lot of pressure on Cosmic and Jelly and Swag to try and pump them up. There's gonna be a lot of pirate music going on in our party. I can promise you that. We all have goal songs and we like to hear them. So if I can inspire these guys a little bit and they can put the puck in the net, we will do well. If we find a way to somehow get a sweep in that series, which I think the odds on that are very unlikely, we will have a chance at making the playoffs. Unfortunately, I really feel that our outcome in making the playoffs falls on the shoulders of boys, 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 and how they finish out their next two series. If these guys play pansy ass puck like they did last night, we aren't going we aren't going to make the playoffs because we need them to crush their next two opponents. Because
Mm-hmm.
they're facing all of us that are in this heat. That's who their last three matchups have been against, and they failed in the first one. So I don't know, man.
Shockingly, by the way.
I'm up. Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Hansel Roberto on Twitter, he was picking. He was. I don't know, man. I mean, 2-1. Beat boys, boys, boys is what he said, and they lost 2-1. So I don't know. It's going to be a real fight.
Who the fuck is that Roberto guy?
Probably you, Sober.
Uh, I do have connections to both leagues, but
You stumbled. You stumbled right there. It's probably you.
and there was Twitter shit about Dom and me on there too. So
Oh, so you can't have two
maybe,
accounts?
maybe.
So it is. It's you. Did we just crack it live on the air? I just threw it out there. First
I
of
don't
all, it
think
has to be
Sober's
an old.
capable.
Oh,
Well, see,
I can
that's- he
fucking
wants
tweet
you
with
to
the
think
best
that.
of them. Fuck you.
Mm.
It's
like the Roberto Luongo of
one-liners.
I was just told by a little birdie that your old league had someone named that or something, and it's got to be someone
Yeah.
from the old league or something. So you narrow it down pretty quick, and if it's not Dom, maybe it's a collaborative effort.
It's kind of easy to. Well, it could be passed around too. That account could be passed around, but the best way to look at it is it was a person that was in 239 this season, and was in the most likely last season, if not this season also. Which we do have a lot of crossovers now.
Probably Rev's out there just tweeting up a storm, telling everybody how good she is and shit. Can I tell a funny story
She's
about the little meeting out
she's
there in
terrific.
Yeah,
Philly?
go ahead.
Oh, she's
Oh
great.
yeah.
She's and real quick, that's right. I forgot to say this. Everybody out there that went out in Philly, they're exactly what you hoped they were. Like that's pretty rare. You know, when you meet someone, a group of people like that, and you're like, man, I just hope they're what anything you were hoping. Like they were all that. They were all great people. And it's no surprise because 239. It's kind of how we do. Um, but
Real
they were
talk in the
awesome.
mic.
However, I have to take Rev up to task here. She's not gonna like it, but we were just
Uh-oh.
sitting down, getting some drinks in, and she was making some wild accusations about how she would thrash me. I said, "Wait a minute, hold on. At what?" She said, "I will thrash you at center." That's what she said. And I said, hold on a minute, because I happen to have my phone here and the internet at my fingertips, and the smirk came out, and I had to show her that she got swept and dominated in the circle. And her response to that, in fairness, was, yeah, that was a bad series. And we just moved on and kept drinking. It was funny, though. You had to be there. She said, I would fucking thrash you. And I was like, hold on, let me pull this up real quick. But yeah, all those guys and gal out there in Philly were fantastic people, man. Edge, I'm not forgiving Edge because he left really early to go practice for his series
Oh, you didn't even
on
get
the
on to
Chilean Raw
practice.
Doggers.
You didn't even get on to
And he didn't.
practice.
Oh, wait till the rest of the crew hears that.
He
didn't
was
even
on
get
for the
on?
series. He was on in time. We just didn't have enough fucking people. That's what I was saying earlier. Our team always talked.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we had 3 people on before 10 o'clock. I think everybody
Jesus
got on like
Christ.
at like 10:02.
Hey, by the way, welcome to the game, Pogs. Pogs has joined the table. Now that the show is pretty much fucking over in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, fuck
But
Pogs.
Pogs joined the table, so we got a game going here. And I'm going to bet him out of this pot, because he's not calling me.
I'm gonna bail out all this shit for fucking drunk Puck here in a little bit.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Some people have work on Saturdays. Pogs, you just came in here and I told you to not call this, and you called it. This is... Alright, man. It's your money. I know you're listening.
Ability, we gonna run
There
some
you go.
drunk Puck or what?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm playing puck right now.
Oh, motherfucker, that's why you're so quiet. Fucking.
Yeah, I'm in here with I've got Rev Hellcat and Viper and Joe Thornton. Shout out Joe Thornton. I don't know if
Yeah,
No,
fuck-
don't you
fuck
shout him
Joe.
out. No.
Fuck that. It's over.
Uh-oh. Oh no, what happened?
What happened? He was
That
asked to come on
motherfucker.
the show, man, because the fans demanded it. And guess what? No, I
You gotta
don't
do his
have
voice.
enough time to prepare, man. And he's pissed that I'm selling him out. He called me a he called me a sellout, man. Mac, he called me a sellout. That's what he did.
Yeah, he's dead to me. That's all I have to say.
I know it. It's
Well, first off, the
unreal.
Elitist show
I mean-
doesn't take any preparing. Okay.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
need to be
None.
prepared for it. You
It's
jump on
exactly
and have
what I
some
said
fun.
to him.
Truth be told, Esso had asked me earlier, and I didn't think he was being serious. So I was doing stuff around the house, and I saw a text at literally 10:30, and
Yeah, man.
I jumped right on.
Anybody can always jump in here,
acclimated,
dude. We just-
acclimated quickly here.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you didn't really need time to prepare? Is that what?
No, none. Just to
I mean,
time
when-
to turn
when-
on the Xbox.
When the hosts don't prepare, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, truth be told, we don't do shit. And people still listen. I don't know if they like it. Maybe it's,
we
you
get a
know,
couple views, a couple.
Yeah.
Oh, we're draining the swamp or filling the swamp, whatever the fuck we're doing with that goddamn swamp.
You voted for him, didn't you? You voted for Trump. You did. Just say it, dude. You just say it on
No,
the air.
No,
Air it
no,
out.
I actually didn't vote. But this
You did not?
I did not.
I
But
absolutely
this,
did vote, and I voted for him because I like my country.
Oh.
This was a little
Deal with it.
inner joke going on. Dom and people in the Moose know what I'm talking about.
In the what?
And in that other I don't give a fuck league.
Oh.
That IDFN. Yep.
Oh. Let's see. We should cover a couple more things really quick, man. This
you
is
guys,
how we do it, Joe. We do it on the fly. Go ahead, Mac.
I wasn't here for the first half hour, obviously. Did you guys talk about the player ratings that Hansel Roberto had online?
I haven't, dude. I haven't even seen this Hansel Ribeiro shit or whatever the fuck,
I
because I don't
just
go on Twitter because I'm a fucking
I
grown man.
just
But
I just checked it out. It's actually really cool.
all
I
right, so
It's
just
what do
got
you
like a
got?
little player profile, kind of their status, their points for the season, gives them like an overall rating. I guess I'm
Really?
assuming like similar like if they were in the game.
I'm gonna have to check it
Then a
out.
quick little write up.
ooh.
I mean, I don't see one on you yet, Esso. I mean, I'm guessing maybe like a 72 overall would be my guess
That's
on him,
generous.
but
That's fucking generous. The way I've been playing, that's generous. Yeah, I was on Suicide Watch fucking past couple series, just playing like balls. How did I win that hand? Anyway,
I don't know. I
um,
folded and I'd pocket kings. Um,
you folded pocket kings.
I was smoking. I wasn't paying fucking attention.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh my God, Pogs refilled my Rolly cigarette. I like this guy. I like him already.
What?
Yeah.
He's gonna give
Did
me
he
that
refill
shit.
yours?
No, I ain't got no fucking cigarette. I
Yeah,
have
man.
fucking money. Fuck.
Yeah, he picked his favorite host, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck off.
Did I compliment his team? Maybe he's just feeling it.
oh,
Let's.
the other cool thing you'll like, Esso, is they on this Hansel Roberto they give an NHL comparable player. So, for
Oh,
example, Burks is
That's
comparable.
definitely
Is
drift.
Forsberg.
Forsberg. Really?
Yeah.
It's drift
That's
or
some
Joe
high
Stowe.
praise.
One of the two, because those two are the only two that I've known that would compare a real life hockey player to an Xbox Live player.
Oh shit! So it's drift.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it's drift.
But it might not be.
Which is cool, man.
Joe's
Hey, man.
played in Moose last season, and he played in 239 this season.
Mm-hmm.
So just throw. What the fuck did I call that for? My bad.
I don't know, but Pogs just took you for a ride.
Yeah. Whoops.
So that's cool. Yeah, check out the Hansel Roberto, whatever it is. I'm gonna have to check it out because I'm honest to God haven't done that yet.
I mean, my comparable is obviously Max Pacioretty. So, as a Bruins supporter, I really
Ugh,
appreciate that. Ugh.
ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, the one thing you got going for you is Max is American, so there's that.
Yeah.
You know. But what about your goalie though? Like, who you tell whoever's running it, tweet out to Hansel or whatever. You gotta let them know that you need a goalie comparison too. Undefeated, so I mean, I'm assuming Patrick Waugh would be the choice.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be the most logical, yeah.
Yeah. Anything? What else do you? Before we shut her down here, I mean, I know we started late. Let's talk about the toilet bowl. We have to. We can't just act like they don't exist. So the Raw Dogs and the Church of Yam, they're not making it. They're the only two that are mathematically out of this thing. They made some moves, a lot of moves. They didn't quite pan out. I mean, the Raw Dogs are a different team, though. You got to admit, Sober, that's your squad.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since getting you on board, even when you guys were losing series, you were taking games. Hell, you took a game from Boys. You took a game from I forget who the other one was, but then you won a series. I mean,
Yeah, we went. I think in the first series we won one. One game the first series. The next one we won one. Last one in overtime. Next one we won one, and then we won the last series. I think if that team constructed the way it was together for the whole season, from start to finish, and people are playing where they're playing, it might have a different season. But if anything else, it would have been a fun fucking season.
yeah, I mean, you guys are sounding like you're having fun now. So that's the name of the game, man. I mean, just try and have fun with it. You get a season like that, and the shit's over before you know it. Wait, is your season over? Is that it?
Yeah, yep, we're done. I would have. The only thing I'll say about this whole season is I wish, no matter where I was playing, like when I was on Dank's team, I played left wing. That was where I was for the 2 series that I was on that team. Then when I went to Mag's team, I bounced from left wing, right wing, right wing, left wing. And then on the Raw Doggers, it was kind of the same thing. Um, but I had more. I was fine playing right wing on that team, but to me, I wish I would have played better. You know, that's just throwing it out there. I wish I would have played better. But just switching back and forth from left to right, man, that's difficult, especially like during the series. You know, you get used to
Mm-hmm.
playing one spot and then you move over, and it's. I play a completely different game from left to right. Um,
I always told you I liked you much better on the right side. That's just my opinion. But again, everyone has their opinions, and you know what you like better. So um, I like you on the right side because you're a left shot. It's simple as
mhm.
that, and you can hit that shot. And I mean, I know how it is to be comfortable with a side. Like I hate right wing. I can't stand it. I don't ever want to be over there. But if my team needs it, I'll do it. Type thing. And that's kind of what you did last year on Motu.
Mhm.
Um,
And
you
that's
kind of
what
did it
once
out of
again
necessity, and it worked.
that once again that's pretty much what I did this season too. Was
Yeah.
I just took it with a grain of salt. I just moved over.
Yep.
Didn't bitch. Didn't grape. Said hey, put me there. That's fine.
Made it a trade. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, Church of Yim, they're not making it. They were just about twice as good as the Raw Doggers, but they still aren't making it. Um, yeah, there's no way they mathematically get in at this point. They just they didn't have the hashtag Chem. That's what it was.
Aztec Cam.
You know, they didn't have it. Um, fuck, man. Look at the team, which I'm going to do real quick because I want to know why they didn't make it. Yams teams always make it. They never not make the playoffs. This is
or
probably like the first time, as far as I know, as far as I've
or
heard, that he's never hasn't made the playoffs.
or what happens with Yam's team? He has a team that should make it pretty easy, and then like the last 3 series of the season, they fucking fall on their face and they just miss. That's
Hmm.
either they're in or they're just on the outside. This one's a little on the odd side of they're out of it last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was.
Dude, Mido's season this season is exact opposite of what he was last season. Mido last season was dominant. This season, not so much. But you can't hang that all on a goalie, as you know. Like it's. I mean, his save percentage out here is friggin' in the 600s. That's not going to get it done. Again, you can't hang it all on a goalie. But the middle last year, who made the finals and went to Game 7, almost won the whole damn thing, with just gonna send it. Um, just totally different. The team in front of him obviously different, and it just didn't happen for him, but he's been playing well out, from what I understand, on D. So, but again, wasn't enough. The Lime 18 dude for Yam's team, he's gonna be he's gonna be a good player. He won't go under the radar, and he won't be a bench player after the season. I'm calling that right now.
All right, so another question we can post quick. So Esso, are you gonna return as a captain?
Fuck, man, I don't know. Okay, let me. I hate being captain, but I love being captain. It's a hate-love thing.
I
Like
feel
I
you
hate
on
it
that.
when, I hate it when I just want to show up, play games, and go to bed, and I can't because I've got stats and write-ups and all that stuff, and then you got a team you're responsible for, and you want to win, and to make sure that they're having fun and all that stuff, and I always think about all that. I think about my bench player who doesn't get any playing time. I think about all that stuff. So. Um, as a captain, and it's a lot easier to just show up to games and play, and you have no responsibility. But I will submit to you this: people that haven't captained in this league, but are great members of this league, fucking consider it. Consider it. Go through it. Um, especially the good guy, like good players and shit. Like Drug Monkey's a good example. Get in there, and get it done.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, technically speaking, it's not very hard. Sometimes it can be a pain in the
no,
ass.
no, no. Don't get me wrong. It's not that it's not hard, crazy work. Okay, but like, if you're an old dude like me, sometimes you just want to fucking shut the box off and go to bed, and
Mhm.
you got stats to do, and then you get the write-ups, and I'm sneaking write-ups in at work. You
That's one
know,
thing I do love about my job. I'm an IT guy. I sit at my desk pretty much all day. So when I was a captain, that's how I did mine. I do all my write-ups, all my stats and everything right at my work desk. Not even give a fuck.
Well, I can't
yeah,
say this because I've thrown my hat in the ring to want a captain for next season. I don't know if I'm going to get a bid for it. I'd like to,
Oh, I'm
but
oh,
sure
in
you
the
you
will.
will.
event that I get the bid for it, I want to let everybody in the league know right now, those who are listening, my parties are going to have music. So if you don't want music, if you find it distracting, you got to let me know not to draft you because I don't want that. I don't want that bullshit in my team. So if you don't
Hey,
like
ability,
music, what?
don't draft me because you're gonna play shit
Okay.
music. I guarantee it.
Oh no, no, it's going to be good music. It might be pirate music still, because that seems to be a winning thing. But there's going to be music. There's going to be offensive plays that we will run. It's not just going to be a let's go skate down the ice and see what happens type of hockey. That's not
Oh,
that's not it. We're going to have
listen
set
to
plays
ability.
that we're going to
Jesus,
run,
Jesus.
and
he's
overall we're going
getting
to have
all into
fun.
it.
But the number one priority to my squad is we don't lose to Daily, we don't lose to Esoteric, we don't lose to any of these big name players in the league who think there's something. That's not going to happen. We're going to have a scheduled fun party. It's going to kick fucking ass, and I promise you, if you want to be on my team, you let me know before the draft. I will do my best to make it happen, and we're going to have a blast all season long, hands down.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. If by fun you
Hashtag
mean Nazi
ability for
Germany,
captain.
but yeah, okay.
Oh, hey, and anybody who has to get traded, I'm just fucking cutting your ass. You're not getting traded. I'm cutting your ass. I'm letting that be
I
known
like
too,
it.
hands down.
Yeah, I like it.
But
I
yeah, I
like
mean,
it.
a lot of the times there's like even on the Thundercats, like I mentioned before, there was drama that wasn't needed. That made my life like fucking hell. Even though
And you know
we were
what?
a good team,
And I'll
you
You're
know.
yeah, that team apparently needed drama. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But I'll go one step further. You control it when you captain.
Yep. Yep.
You literally draft these players and trade for these players and whatever you do. So if you're a captain and you want to ensure that you don't have drama, guess what? Instead of taking, if that's what you value, if a better skilled player is available, but he's a pain in the fucking balls, guess what? You take the next best available player because
Yep.
you don't want to deal with it, and you're going to have a much better time. That's how talented players fall. Swag.
Exactamundo. That's right.
Swag. Speaking of swag,
or you could say Dom.
um,
You could say Dom because I'm sure Yambag.
no,
I mean,
I
I've
said
seen.
talented players.
Oh, right, but
Yeah.
the drama that you wouldn't think would be there, you take a Dom, and the season's not turning out right, and then Dom starts fucking throwing, you gotta trade for so and so, you gotta trade for fucking so and so, you know.
Well,
Uh, Dom, I love you, but I
well,
mean, sometimes there's only so much a captain can do to fucking
so
content
dead
one
presidents
player.
versus Tap It In. That's a big series coming up, and there was some rumblings that, speaking of swag, that he wasn't going to be able to make the series. So that would have been huge. But I have on good word here that he will be making that series. So that's huge for that team.
Yeah, we might be without swag for the boys finale, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be with us for the Dead President series, which is good.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
also
You need
worth
him.
mentioning here, just because I'm curious, but Sober, do
No,
you ever have a player that you go against on the ice that just, for whatever reason, they can just get in your head, whether it be on the forums pre-game or maybe in a chat pre-game, do they just kind of get in your head a little bit?
you know what? Thinking about it, not really. It used to. There was a definite used to. Um, Now I know how certain players play against me, So I try to forewarn my team for however I'm gonna play for that particular series. Like say Drug Monkey, you're not gonna get the fucking stretch pass. So I try to tell my guys, hey, don't look to stretch it up to me on the fucking board when I'm playing against Drug. It just won't work. Um, Back in the day,
What about
fuck.
when playing? What about when you play against a specific person named McSwagger?
Uh, I vouch to never if I'm on his side as a wing, I vouch to never ever let him get that fucking stupid goal line shut off. And I'm a wing, I'll
Yeah.
come down and I'll try to fucking knock him off that goddamn shit. Like that's the one thing that irritates me. When I play with him, it's a completely different story. When I play with him, it throws me off my game because I don't know if I'm ever gonna fucking touch the puck. I don't know what the I don't know where he wants me to be. I have no fucking clue. You know. Like I think I mentioned this before. I played a game with Superstar and Swagger. I was center for those two, and literally I had no fucking clue. I just fucking skated around like, can I touch the puck? Nope. Okay, great. I'll just turn around and go back the other way. What the fuck ever.
And what about you, Eso? Do you have any players that kind of just like to get into your head?
Yep.
How do you deal with that, buddy?
Turn the colors off and don't pay attention to who they are. That's the best way I do. You know what I mean? No,
What a
seriously. Like,
bull.
just don't. They're just players on the ice, and if you don't really pay attention to who's who, you just try and play the game to the best of your ability. And yeah, there's a few. I'm not gonna name them because why would I do that? Fucking make their head explode. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let them know they bother me. But there's a few of them. Yeah, and that's a good thing. There's a lot of people on the schedule you look forward to playing. You're like, fuck, man, I really want to torch him. And sometimes you get in there and you do torch him, and you're like, yes. And then sometimes they just shit all over your fucking down your throat, and you go to bed and you punch your wife and kick the cat off the bed and wake up sour and salty. That
I
happens.
think I've actually punched my wife a couple times on that. I'm like, God damn it, I'm
Yeah,
gonna see this fucking write up tomorrow. Fuck, I don't want to see that shit.
yeah.
And then the wife's like, Why does my face hurt this morning? I'm like, oh, I must have
Mm.
fucking rolled over and just crushed you one time. My bad.
You punched me in the mouth and said, fuck Mac North. I'm like, what? What is that all about? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Mac,
I
let me
would
ask
never
you,
do
would you
that
ever
to
throw
my
your ring
wife.
for captain? Would you ever throw your name in the hat for captain? I know you're new,
Yeah,
but you're
I
not
think
that
I
new
think
to
I
this
would.
whole
I think.
thing.
I mean, I've captained or had
Owned?
leadership roles at other sites, and I would consider it again. The
Yeah.
timing would have to be right. I coach, so but I coach high school basketball, so during basketball season, probably wouldn't be the best choice, but during the off season, I would definitely consider it. I think I need another season or two to really get to know everybody and
Mm-hmm.
to do it justice.
That's what
But
I did.
yeah,
I did
down
the
the
same
down
thing.
the road, I
Yeah.
would definitely. Um, I had given up on kind of playing the league hockey for the last year or two, only because there was a lot of drama and just didn't have the time for it with starting a family and all that. But 239's been awesome, so I'd like to give back at some
Mm-hmm.
point, whether it be a captain or I've spoken to Daly about doing some writing next year, so I'm looking forward to that stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
you
the other
used to
thing
do a weekly thing, didn't you? Sorry,
Yeah, I used
Sober.
to
I
do.
just wanted to get that in.
that's good.
I used to do power rankings weekly. Just used to do a lot of articles, so that's something I'd like to get back into, and
And that's what I mean,
next
man. The
season
good
looks to
members
happen.
here, like there are tons of them too. There's like you would play with them and talk to them or whatever any day of the week, and you just kind of want to see them get out there more. You're like, dude, go, go do a power ranking, whatever. Throw your name in for a captain. Like just get yourself out there even more and get yourself more involved and shit. It's definitely rewarding. Um, I got an issue with Pale real quick though before we sign off.
But
Pale,
hey,
if you're listening.
and just cut into that, I just wanted to mention with that damn belt. I mean, fucking A. I almost decided that I'm gonna be a captain again, but I think I want more season off not being a captain. But that belt is gonna
It's
bring a
nice, isn't
lot
it?
of fucking people. Yeah.
Well, Pale, and let's talk about that. If I was Pale right now, and I'm not, but if I was Pale and I was the current champion, every day on the 239 site, I swear to God, I would put a picture of myself in a different pose with that fucking belt as the main thing. You'd sign on the site, and it would just be Pale's stupid face with the belt, like drinking a beer or something, or posing with it. Or dude, you would see me every day with that belt. And Pale, you're missing out on an opportunity, I think, because you know if Daly had that belt,
It'd be all over fucking hell.
you'd see it in your sleep. He'd.
I'd have fucking nightmares about that motherfucker.
You know, it's
It's
like they
coming.
say
So
with like
Pale.
with professional teams, like you should enjoy when you're, say, in the Super Bowl because you never know if you'll get back there again. He doesn't know how
Unless
long
you're a
until he'll
Patriots
get it
fan.
again. Well, unless you're a Patriots
Yeah.
fan, obviously, but
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
I'd be utilizing it as much as possible. Forget once a day. I'd be
Mm-hmm.
showing it off every meal.
Oh yeah.
Quick snap,
I
eating
Oh,
breakfast,
yeah.
the
would
belt
be-
over the shoulder.
Yeah, I can't begin to tell you guys what I would do if I had that belt. It would be
Do we want to know
fantastic.
what
And
you
I'd
do
share
with
the
that?
pictures with everyone. Oh my god.
Oh my
There'd be
God.
so many places I'd take it and so many people that I'd have pose with me. It would be great.
God, in all these hands
Also-
that I fold way fucking early, like what the fuck? Anyways,
Oh,
yeah,
Pogs
go
is
ahead.
gonna hate this. Sorry, Pogs. That's a shit win. Ugh. Gross.
Thank God I got
I
out.
don't know. I'm about ready to wrap it up. How you guys feeling? You guys ready to roll?
Any
Yeah.
more questions you guys want to pose?
Yeah, Mac. I
I think
mean,
the
you liking everything so far? And
Yeah, I like it a lot. I think people probably don't realize that I'm lucky enough to have seen it in the past, but I think the whole thing is going to change once this new scoreboard gets rolled out.
mm-hmm.
I think it's a complete game changer. I find, obviously, you know, using the website we have now isn't always user friendly, and like I don't feel like I have as much of a connection with the other teams and how they're doing, or their key players, because it's hard. It takes a little bit to go back and look at the old games or stuff like that. But once Pixel has this in, it's going to be unreal. People are really going to be blown away. So I'm looking forward to that. The media here is unlike any other. I think that adds such a cool aspect to the league, and the people are great. So I've loved it. So I'm looking forward to many more seasons in the future.
Sober? Any parting words?
I want to play fucking hockey.
I'll second
fucking
How
that.
did I know that's the type of response I'd get?
No, I'm down. I'm down to play either the beta or the fucking old ass 17. I don't give a shit. I'd rather fucking run club. I love the beta so far. I hope they don't fucking tweak it too hard when the full game comes out like they always seem to do. They fucking release this beta, they take questions, and then all of a sudden it's a fucking totally different game when you get the full version of it. But as of right now, the beta seems to be good. But we say that every year it seems like. And then I just want to give
Which is
another
weird
shout
because
out.
I hate it right now.
Another shout out
Don't
to the
shout out Joe.
Dodgers.
Don't do it.
No,
Okay.
to the Dodgers. Man, they fought hard all season. There's a bunch of moves and shit. They kept their head up. They kept playing. Kept showing up. And oh my God, if I was that fucking drunk as Bob was that last series, holy shit. He fucking put me to shame. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, boys, I'm ready to call it. We'll see you all next week. Ability, thank you for coming in, Mac. It's great having you.
Thank you for having me.
And
Yeah, thanks for having me.
we'll talk to y'all next week.
And now I'm pretty jacked off.